7.62 by 39 PS ammo needs to be changed in Tarkov. It either needs to be limited, its price needs to be increased, or the stats need to be changed. And we're going to talk about why in this video. Let's jump on in. So now that we've made it through the intro, what change do I possibly think could make Tarkov better? Or do I think that could actually adjust what I'm seeing within Tarkov's meta right now? Well, I think that it boils down to 7.62 by 39 PS GZH. And now there's a couple reasons that I want to get into. I'm going to dive into some of the stats on PS. I'm also going to dive into the economy of Tarkov, do some comparing and contrasting. But let's jump into point number one, which is the stats of PS when you get it compared to other ammos around the same time frame. All right, so what I want to talk about in particular with this is that PS, the ammo, has 57 damage and 35 pen, meaning that it's going to go through class 4 pretty consistently without an issue. You get this now at level 2 prapper. It costs 145 rubles per bullet. Now, I see this as a problem, and I'm going to dive a little bit into why. Let's talk about some of the other ammos that you're going to get around this same time frame. In particular, I want to talk about M856A1. If we jump over to Peacekeeper, and I'll put a picture of M856 up on screen right now as well. If we take a look at that, it is 4 USD per bullet. Now, I know that Peacekeeper's USD cost is a little inflated, but if we take a look at 4 USD and convert that to rubles in game, that is 472 rubles for every $4. Now, this in particular is where I see the biggest discrepancy with PS compared to M856. But we can even compare this to BP ammo for 545, and we're seeing 514 rubles per bullet. If you even knock that down one level and go to PP, which is, I believe, unlocked at the exact same time, and is pretty much a worse ammo than PS because it's 44 damage for 35 pen, it's still 354 rubles per bullet. This leaves absolutely zero downside to using PS 7.62 ammo compared to just these few that I've listed. But there's also another huge advantage to using PS over using BP, PP, M856, and many other ammos within the game. PS is unlimited. If we take a look at BP, it's a purchase limit of 120 per reset. If we take a look at PP, this one's not quite as bad or drastic because it's 400 per reset, but we've established that PP is a significantly worse ammo. And if we jump over to M856A1, you are also limited to 150 per restock. And if we compare all of these ammos, so if we take a look at M856A1, we know that it has 54 damage for 37 pen, which is almost exactly the same as PS, which again is 57 and 35. 57 damage, 35 pen. This means that these will basically go through the same armors, do almost the same damage, and they almost come out of very similar weapon types because both are essentially assault rifle platforms. However, again, PS is unlimited. So how do I see a potential fix for this? I don't want PS removed from the game. I don't want it pushed up to trader level 3 or anything like that. I think quite simply, the way that you fix PS ammo in particular is that you limit it to 150 per reset. And on top of that, what you do is you raise the price to maybe 350, maybe 400 rubles per bullet to put it at the same economy line as a lot of these other ammos. What this would do for the game is significantly increase variety because you wouldn't have as many people running PS ammo every single raid. Now, I don't really have a problem with PS being in the game. I don't have a problem with people running AKs. I don't mind dying to PS. I just think that for what PS is, it is a significantly better option than every other ammo that is even close to it in performance at this point in the game. If you're a mid-wipe player, if you're not level 40 already or anything like that, PS is significantly your best option when going through your weapon choices, because it comes out of AKs, which can be easily modded, and it has a ton of damage and great pen. And then if you go to other weapons, again, using the M856A1, because I think it's the best comparison, this is limited, and it comes out of weapons that typically take a lot more to actually mod, unless you're using like the MDR or the SCAR. Now, this isn't a problem. I just feel as if you did limit it and increase the price, it would go and significantly change the meta. You wouldn't see AKs all the time. You would see them every so often. But now within games, you might be able to find an MDR or a SCAR L being run because people would run M856. You might see different AK variants like the 545 because people would run BP or PP. You would also maybe even see some additional other weapons. I know that the UMP is a pretty standard option for myself. I would love to see a little bit more of that. I just don't feel as if there's enough weapon variety once you get to a point where you have AKs and PS unlocked and it's pretty standard. You can mod them, they're going to do well, they're going to perform well. PS also has no recoil nerf to your weapon whatsoever, whereas with M856A1, your recoil increases. If you're running BP or PP, that is not the case either, but you lack a little bit of damage for it. PS is just simply put in such a great place that it is your best bet for ammo every single raid. It's also the cheapest. It's also completely unlimited, so you can buy as much as you want. So what I think I would love to see is a limit put on PS, and then I would also love to see the price raised just a little bit. I don't necessarily think that it should be 500 per bullet or anything like that. I think setting it at about 350 would be perfect, and it would also increase variety game to game. Let me know what you guys think of this change. I think overall it would be great for Tarkov. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment what you feel about it below, and of course, subscribe to the channel. I plan to make more videos like this where I just talk about the current state of Tarkov, what I think is going to be best for the game, and I love to have conversations built around Tarkov and changes that I'd like to see made. If you guys have suggestions for other videos or other changes that you'd like to see made to Tarkov, let me know. I'd love to make a video on it.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record,